Hey guys, so check this out, right? I'm going to talk about a video in a second that I was debating whether or not to show you guys, but I think I have valid justification for showing it, like a genuine reason why I think the people in charge should look at this video and be worried, okay? But we'll have a look at this one first. This is in a Greggs again. I don't know why they always target Greggs, maybe because Greggs are being a little bit too altruistic. Who knows? Or maybe there's lots of these fatiguers in the Greggs areas. Anyway, so as you can see, there's a bunch of them that just went in Greggs and basically robbed the place. And the guy here is complaining, what's the matter with these men just standing there doing nothing? And I thought to myself, as soon as I read that comment, well, come on, Peter. You know why they're not doing anything. We've saw in Epping and in Southport and also many other examples where we've seen the police and the judiciary come down hard on anyone that's white. All right. So if they step in and cause a kerfuffle, well, they're the ones that are going to get prosecuted, aren't they? And it's probably not going to go very well for them either. I mean, was it that guy on the New York subway when he stepped in and strangled that Michael Jackson freak, right? He almost got his life ruined for trying to protect people. So I can see why people tend to not want to do anything, especially when it looks like the state is not on their side. And I say that because there's been an absolutely horrific incident involving a fatiguer who sadly is no longer with us, and a man that was trying to protect his son. So a man has been arrested on suspicion of murder after boy 15 dies following e-bike crash. A 59-year-old man has been arrested on suspicion of murder following the death of a 15-year-old boy after a crash involving an e-bike. Greater Manchester Police said officers were called out to the scene in Langley, Middleton at around 11:55, where the 15-year-old boy was pronounced dead at the scene. GMP are currently investigating the incident, which involved a collision between a car and an e-bike. Now, I don't know if it goes into it here. I don't think it does. So it doesn't, I don't believe it really goes into the details of what happened. But what I've heard is that the boy, the 15-year-old that's been killed, it's weird with the media. It's like he's a boy 1 second when you're trying to be sympathetic towards him. But if he's white, I'm sure they'd be describing this guy as a 15-year-old man. Yeah, so I don't think they've went into the details, but from what I found out, the fatiguer came up to this guy's son with a knife and pressed it to his neck, threatened him, something like that. The details are really not important, but the overarching theme coming out of this is that he tried to threaten his son, okay, with a knife. Doesn't matter how. Doesn't matter where. He tried to threaten his son with a knife, and the dad lost it. The dad absolutely lost it because he knows there's no culpability here, guys. These criminals are allowed to do whatever they do with absolute impunity, knowing that they're just not going to be caught. And when they are caught, they're just released straight away. So the father's thinking, well, he's probably not thinking anything. I'll show you the video up to the point, right? But it looks like he's not thinking very much at all. It looks like he's just incandescent with rage, and he's trying to remove the person that just threatened his son's life. So there he goes on his bike. He pulls up short here for some reason, turns around, maybe trying to escape him, but the father didn't really give a shit. And he didn't escape him. So this guy's dead. Oh well. And what we're left with this incident now, what does it highlight? It highlights the fact that the police are very easily motivated to turn up in large numbers whenever there's anything to do with a white person doing something wrong, while letting these people ride around our streets, robbing us, threatening us, stabbing us, murdering us. The result being a father that had too much, a father that snapped, a father that lost faith in the police, lost faith in the institutions, and took matters into his own hands. Now, you can say that this is wrong, you can say that this is right. I hope it gets a fair hearing, a fair trial, a jury trial. I hope it doesn't go straight to a judge, because we all know what the judges are like in this country, guys.
Went on to say that you did not want your money going to immigrants who, quote, rape our kids and get priority, end quote.
20 months in jail, you bigot. So looking at the comments, there's some mixed reactions here. Sorry, but that is murder. As despicable as that bike theft was, the thief is now dead as a result of this crash. Given that he's dead now, you may want to delete this post. They refused. First, I don't know why, actually. I don't know why. She's a bit unhinged. Was Manchester, not Langley? The youth of 15 died. The dad's likely going to jail. The robbers will not. Please tell me Jesus Christ. I don't honestly know what I would do if I was in this situation. I don't know how badly they injured or terrified his son when he was robbed. But now it's not just an e-bike that's been lost. It's also his father too. Someone's son who isn't walking through their door ever again. Well, it depends. Honestly, it depends, guys. I mean, it is murder. I don't think you can do this. Yeah, I think this tweet sums it up pretty well by Ghost Wolf. I mean, I get it. The anger, the rage, just being fed up with third world shithole crime on first world nations. The dad will be prosecuted to the fullest extent possible. Let's say he does catch a sympathetic jury. At the very least, his family will be out a shit ton of money and time served. The only thing that would make this a win-win would be if the defender, dad, was a third world shithole invader too. And that's two birds with one stone type of deal. Wow, I didn't expect that. That was a twist. He got me at the end. I did not expect that. Oh, you can laugh at anything, can't you? Anyway, look, we just need to start telling the truth, guys. Unfortunately, the world is full of people that really like to live in ignorance. So instead of thinking that we're bothered about your gender, we're going to tell you the truth. You should probably be less concerned with your gender and more concerned with diabetes. One of those things will kill you. And I mean, these people, honestly, I mean, what is this? Fuck the far right. She should be so lucky. Oh, God. I'm so immature. Oh, my God. But yeah, really, I mean, you'd have to pay me. I mean, I don't think you can afford it. And the country might be falling apart at the seams because we seem to, I don't know, be run by people from different countries. Very difficult to run a homogenous society or a country that is trying to look after itself when a lot of the people staffing its power or its corridors of power are people from different countries who have different allegiances. I mean, how many of these guys were just petitioning for us to build a fucking airport in Pakistan?
Thank you very much, I'm just been told that they've got another meeting in the House of Commons and they're ready.
I can barely understand them. Oh my God. So there's that, And I've got this clip of Elon Musk. I don't know whether to include it or not because I don't know whether it's a real clip. If it's a AI, it's a good AI, okay? So we'll listen to this, but bear in mind, it might not be real.
Yes, the mass immigration is insane and will lead to the destruction of any country that allows unfettered mass immigration. That country will simply cease to exist. At the end of the day, it is a numbers game, a numbers situation. If there are 8 billion people in the world, and let's say you're a country of, 50 million, 60 million, or for a medium-sized country, but even for a country like the United States, which is 350 million, given that there are 8 billion people in the world, it only takes a few percent of the rest of the world to move to the country to where it is no longer that country. A country is not its geography. A country is its people. This is a fundamental concept that is truly obvious. I mean, if you took the people of Italy and you teleported the people of Italy to, say, some part of the United States, it would still be Italy. But if you teleported a bunch of people from some other part of the world to Italy, where they're telling people no longer because they've been teleported to America, then the region, the geographic region, would no longer be Italy. It would be that other country. A country is its people.
So if you import a bunch of Bakabazi bastards, then we become boy lovers. A nation of boy lovers. I don't want that, I'll be honest. I know some people on the left do, the ones that keep singing about coming for your children, but I don't want it.
Not its geography.
So if it's an AI, it's a good AI, but he's also saying the opposite of what he's actually doing by, being a fan of the H-1B visa and importing millions upon millions of Indians. Confusing message, but I do like the sentiments. We are our own country, we are our own people, and the people make the country. So if you import a bunch of wankers that hate the country, you're not going to have a very good country, are you? People like this just don't get it. Listen to this, stupid old woman.
The trouble with this whole situation, it is completely catastrophized and exacerbated. And the more hatred is poured, it's like pouring petrol on fire.
It's not hatred, it's fear.
It is.
We fear, Nina. I speak for the majority. We are scared for our kids in this country.
That's rather arrogant of you to say you speak for the majority.
I do speak for the majority, Nina.
You do not know the majority.
If there was a national poll on stopping the boats, it would be 85%. If we had a referendum,
Adam,
which we should have.
that is your supposition.
No,
not everybody thinks like you.
Get out
Not
of the real
everybody.
World,
I am in the real world. I've lived in the real world a lot longer than you, and I've seen a lot more than you. So let me tell you, this is not a situation that can be sorted. The trouble.
It's not a situation that can be sorted. I think it can be sorted. And guys, at the end of the day, right, we've just got to understand that the mechanisms for change, they are currently in their infancy, but they are there. So we've got Restore Britain, which I think is a fantastic vehicle for short-term change, which then can morph into something in the future if it needs to. I think what's going to happen also with the Conservatives is that they're going to realise that Kemi was an absolute disaster. They're probably going to offer Rupert Law the position to lead the party. If they do that, I think that could transform the Conservatives. Now, that's a stretch. I don't know if that's going to work out in the long term, but I think the Conservatives or Reform or whoever, once a party makes the pledge, once a party makes the commitment to follow Restore Britain's pledges, then I think we'll start to see rapid change in this country. So I'm a little bit hopeful. We've got to go through the dark times to realise just how good we had it before, I suppose, and what we need to fight for moving forward. But times are changing. I just wish the government would realise that they're going to see more incidents like this unless they start actually policing the criminals and not the natives. See you later.
If raising legitimate concerns about thousands and thousands of unchecked foreign males